Hey guys, so today I'm joining you a bit barefaced. Something key is missing that I always wear in my makeup routine, and that is mascara, because today we are testing out the Essence Volume Boost Lash Primer. So this retails for $4.99 at Ulta. I saw mine at Ulta and I immediately snatched it up because I've been wanting to try a lash primer for what feels like forever. I don't know why, it's just always been something that I've wanted to try, and I've just never tried one because usually the ones from the drugstore receive pretty low reviews. So I didn't really want to waste my money on one that really wasn't going to work for me. But when I saw this one and it was only $4.99, and then I looked up reviews real quick on Ulta and it said it had 5 stars, I immediately snatched it up, especially since Essence was buy one get one half off. I think that was last week. So I did just pull up the Ulta app on my phone to kind of read you guys the claims. It says, boost your volume. The Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer instantly increases the volume of any mascara infused with acai oil and mango butter for nurtured lashes. Apply the primer before your mascara to bump your volume. So this is cruelty-free and vegan if you guys kind of look for that in makeup products. I personally don't, but just if you're looking for it. So I thought for today's video I would apply the primer to one eye and then just my regular mascara to the other eye to just kind of see if it does make a difference, if we can visibly see the difference, and just see kind of the wear time. I know this doesn't really say anything about wear time, but I am interested to see if it does kind of increase the wear time, reduce any smudging or flaking or any of that. So yeah, so let's just kind of zoom in and we'll start on the application. So now we're all zoomed in. Excuse my under eyes. I am on the hunt for a new drugstore under eye concealer because I feel like every concealer that I have just makes my under eyes look dry. I've tried the Fit Me, I've tried Age Rewind, I've tried Better Skin from Maybelline, I've tried the new Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, so I've tried quite a few, but I just haven't quite found one that I love. I think I'm going to try the one from Joa next, because I've heard really great things about that one, but leave me your recommendations down below if you guys have any that you just absolutely love. So we are going to finally apply this to the eyes, so I think I'm going to do the primer on this side and then just mascara on this side. And first I'm going to curl my lashes. I think this step is so super important, especially for me, because here's kind of my lash situation. I don't think they're super short lashes, but they're also not super long. But they're definitely not very voluminous. They're kind of thin, and they really, really do not like to curl. So I'm really hoping this mascara will amp up the volume on my lashes and hold a curl, because that would be absolutely awesome. So here's what the brush looks like. It looks like it's a natural bristle brush, and the primer itself is white. I'm just going to start applying this to my lashes, just as I normally would any other mascara, just kind of wiggling it back and forth. I feel like this is already holding the curl better than like my normal mascara does. I noticed that the other day because I put this on, I already had some mascara on, but I didn't have very much on because I knew I was going to play with makeup later. So I just put a little bit of this on top of my mascara, and I felt like as I was applying it, it was like lifting my lashes and curling them a little bit. Alright, so I feel like I've built it up quite a bit. I'll just do kind of like a side comparison for you guys. So there's it. Those are my like natural lashes, nothing on them. And then here are the lashes with the primer. I hope you guys can see this. I just feel like a dork. But we're going to let that dry. I'm not going to put it on my lower lashes because I feel like the only situation I would realistically put lash primer on my lower lashes would be if I had on super dramatic falsies. So I'm not going to do that today. And I also did not put on any kind of eyeshadow or eye primer or anything on my eyelids because I wanted to see how well this would help my mascara stay on with my kind of oily eyelids. Usually after about 5-ish hours of wear, if I just have bare eyelids, I do get a little bit of mascara in my crease right there, just because just kind of how my eyes are shaped, they do tend to touch right there, and the oils of my eyelids just kind of make the mascara come off a little bit. So I did want to test that out, so I did leave my lids blank. Actually, you know what, while that's drying, I'm going to apply just regular mascara to this eye, and to do that, I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. This has just kind of been my everyday mascara lately. It does a really, really nice job at really lengthening my lashes. It doesn't give me the best volume, which is why I thought it might be a good test to do with this volume boosting primer. So I'm just curling my lashes again just so we give it like an even shot. I do find that this mascara does have a really great kind of wear. It doesn't really smudge a whole lot or flake off, It does transfer a bit up in my crease throughout the day though, so just to keep that in mind while we're kind of testing how the primer affects the wear. So I'm just applying this to my top lashes right now. I'm just kind of adding the first coat as I normally would. As you can see, this gives me a lot of length. Alright, so I feel like the eye with the primer is definitely dry. They don't feel wet to me anymore. I wanted to make sure they were dry before we went in with the mascara because I thought maybe the white and the black might mix together and just give us kind of gray lashes, and that is not a look I'm going for. So I'm just gonna go in with my little It Cosmetics mascara and just do a coat on top. I will say though, just from like looking at it real quick right here, I feel like my curl has fallen a little bit, but I mean, I have curl challenge lashes to begin with. I do wish that this primer was like black. That would be nice, like the Estee Lauder little black primer that Emily Noel raves about. The reason that she loves that one so much is because it's black, so you don't have to be like super duper careful about covering up all the white of the primer. But I feel like, I don't know, it's not super difficult, but it's definitely a little bit more time consuming than just slapping on some mascara. Alright, so now that we have that coat of mascara on there, so I'll lean in a little bit so you guys can see. So this is just one coat of the Superhero Mascara by itself with just curled lashes, and this was the eye with the primer and curled lashes. So I just got really close to the camera so you guys can see. I do feel like this eye does have a bit more volume than this one. I feel like the length is pretty equal on them. We'll do kind of a side test. So this is the side with the primer. I feel like you guys can't see anything when I do that. And this is just the regular side by itself. So I think I'm going to go in with the second coat on both sides. So I'm going to start with the no primer side just to kind of give the primer side a second to dry. I do usually, when I have time in the morning, go in with 2 coats of this mascara just because I really enjoy big fluffy lashes. So this really isn't something that I don't do very often. This is part of my normal mascara routine. I feel like my lashes get a little bit spidery though when I go in with the second coat, but I don't mind too much. I am going to throw some on the lower lash line too while we're here. So I think that with this mascara specifically, once I put that second coat on, I feel like they're about even though this one only has 1 coat, but I also feel like this is an exceptionally well building mascara. It builds really well on itself. So I would be interested to see how this performs with other mascaras that I have in my collection. But I think my lashes look pretty. I am going to go in with a second coat on this eye, just real quick. My lashes are definitely getting a little bit spidery on this side. I mean, it's giving me big lashes, but we're looking a little spidery. And I'm just gonna go on the lower lash line again. So freshly applied, I think that these ones look a little bit more just va-va-voom. I think there's more volume and a little bit more length on this eye than on this eye. So I do think that the primer is having an effect, but I'm not quite sure if it's just this is a really great mascara that builds on top of itself and on top of other mascaras, or if it's actually the primer itself. But I do think it's looking nice so far. I do think my lashes look maybe a tad bit spidery, but I love like super big, super voluminous lashes, and I don't really like to apply lashes, so that doesn't bother me too much, like I said. So I think I am just going to go about my day now. I do plan on doing some check-ins, so it is, where's my phone? 1:55 right now, so I'm going to go about my day. I'll probably check in around 5 or 5:30 and kind of give you guys an update on how this is wearing. So I will see you guys in a couple seconds. Hey guys, so this is the first check-in. It is now 5:55. So I've had this on my eyes for about 4 hours, almost 4 hours at this point, and I have noticed that on this eye has the primer, this eye does not. So I have noticed that there's a little teeny bit of black in my crease on this eye without the primer, and just a tad bit more flakage. I hope you guys can see that. I just leaned really close into the camera. There's like maybe 1 or 2 flakes on this side, and I really don't see any transfer at all in the crease. So I do think that this primer is helping with the longevity of my mascara, my lashes, all that jazz. I think it still looks pretty nice. Like I said, I do think it looks a bit spidery, just a little bit. But I love big lashes, and I love how big my lashes look right now, so far so good. So guys, this is my final check-in. It's about 11 o'clock. My phone is actually charging, so I can't, you know, pop it up to show you, and I'm looking rough. So again, this is the eye with the primer, this is the eye with no primer, so I think the eye with the primer definitely held up a lot better. As you can see on this eye, I have a lot of transfer under my lower lash line and kind of in my crease a little bit, and on this eye I really don't have any of that at all, which is really kind of impressive. So overall, I would give this primer a thumbs up. If you want some more voluminous Va Bloom lashes, or if you just want to kind of extend the wear of your mascara. So that's going to conclude this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button to let me know that you like this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.